Hi everybody, I'm excited about teaching about percents. So this is percents, and we're going to draw a percent box. It's a lot like, let me straighten this out. It's a lot like a double number line. So here we go. And I'm still trying to learn how to autofocus and get that complete set, so I'm learning. So bear with me. Fatima wants to buy a jacket that's cost $60. She has a coupon that will give her 10% off the cost of the jacket. How much will she pay for the jacket if she uses the coupon? So everybody knows that we're going to save some money when you have a coupon. I hope we know that. Coupons are a great way to take your costs down from the original price. So we're going to pay less, or Fatima is going to pay less than $60. But how much less is what we want to know. So in the percent box, we're going to draw 0 to 100%. And the cost of the jacket, the full price, the 100% cost is $60. Now she's going to save 10%. Well, 10% off will mean she pays 90%. So what we're going to do to try to figure out what price she pays, we're going to have to use these two numbers to get down to something that we can divide by and then multiply by to get to 90%. So think about both of these end in 0 and they both divide by 10. So if we divide them both by 10, whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. We're going to divide them both by 10, and then we will get 60 divided by 10 is 6, and 100% divided by 10 is 10. So the 10% savings is $6. That's how much that Fatima is going to put back in her pocket. She's going to save $6. So save $6, and that is 10%. And she's going to pay 90%, and we're still trying to figure out what that is. So now we're going to think about how I get from 10% to 90%. What should we multiply by to get from 10 to 90? Well, let's multiply by 9. If you were thinking 9, you are correct. So times 9 times 9. 6 times 9 is 54. So she will pay $54. That is our answer. She's going to pay $54 and she's going to save the 10% or $6. All right. Okay, so we can always look back at what we did, and it's just like a double number line. We divided by 10 on both of these and found out what 10% was. And then we multiplied by 9 to find out what our cost would be for the 90% that she's going to have to pay. Okay? All right, now let's look at the second one, Jackson's mom. And Jackson's mom, let me move this a little bit, limits the amount of time that he's allowed to play video games. What a good mom. After Jackson plays for 9 minutes, his mom tells him that he has used up 30% of his time. How many more minutes can Jackson play before he uses all of his time? Okay, so this is number 2. We're going to draw a percent box again. We're always going to start from 0 to 100. And we know that he only has a certain amount of time he can play, but we don't know what that is. That's kind of like the guess. That's what we're going to try to find in the end. But we do know that Jackson plays for 9 minutes, and that is 30%. So 30%, and we know that's 9 minutes of his play time for computer games or video games. So what we're going to try to do is figure out what I can do to get from 30% to 100% and then find the difference between the two. Well, it's not really easy. 30 times, I'm not really, an even number won't work, but I do know that if I divide by 3 here and divide by 3 here, I might be able to get down to 10%. So divide by 3 at the top, divide by 3 at the bottom. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 30 divided by 3 is 10. So I know that 10% of his time is 3 minutes. 30% of his time is 9 minutes. So now what I want to do is look and see, well, how do I get from 10% to 100%? I think if I could just multiply by 10. Well, let's do the same thing here. 3 times 10 is 30. So he gets 30 minutes to play on his video games. So how many more minutes can he play? Well, how many more minutes? I'm trying to find the difference between the two. He's got 30 minutes. He's already used a 9. So if I subtract 30 minus 9 is 21. He has 21 more minutes to play video games. Okay, what we did, we started with 30%. We divided both by 3 to get to 10%. Then we multiplied both by 10 to get to the total. So the total amount of time was 30%. And then we try to figure out, well, what's the time in the middle? Well, the time in the middle is 21, between 9 and 30, 21 more minutes to play. Okay, so good for Jackson. All right, number 3, Ashley has a total of 70% of the 20 candy bars she's supposed to sell for her softball team. How many candy bars does she have left to sell? So this is number 3. Let me get my camera back up so you can see and move it up a little bit. Okay. All right, so Ashley, she has number 3. We're going to draw a percent box again. And notice that I leave a little bit of room at the top of my paper, so that I don't run out of room at the top. And again, we're going to start at 0% to 100%. And we're going to look at the percentage she gets. Well, she's got 20 candy bars to sell, so that's 100%, 20 candy bars. And she sold 70% of them, which I have no idea what that is. But we'll try to figure that out. So we got to look and think about, well, how do I move these numbers to fill in that box right here? Well, let's divide by 10 again to get to 10%. And 20 divided by 10 is 2. So 2 candy bars is 10% of her total. Now, from 10% to 70%, I want to multiply by 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. So 14 candy bars is 70% of her total. So the question is, how many candy bars does she have left to sell? Well, she has a total of 20, and she has sold 14. So she has 6 more candy bars to sell. 6 more candy bars to sell. Okay. All right, so the next one, if you want to, go ahead and pause this video, and I'm going to keep doing some of these problems, and you can check back and watch this video again to see if you've got them right. Look, I have all sorts of goodies here. All right, clean paper. All right, number 4, okay, a shoe store. A shoe store is having a sale on, move this out of the way, here we go. Oh, I want to put that back up, but I want to be able to see it. Okay. A shoe store is having a sale for every pair of shoes is 40% off the regular price. Ooh, that's a pretty nice deal. Richard's looking for a pair of shoes with a regular price of $65, and this is for A. How much will the pair of shoes cost after the discount? All right, so let's draw a percent box. Let's do our 0 to 100, and we know the regular price is $65. That's the total price of the shoes. That's how much Richard would have to pay. So if we're going to get a discount of 40% off, that means that he's still going to have to pay 60%, because 100 minus 40 is 60. So the savings is the 40%. That's the savings. And the 60% is what he's going to have to pay. Okay? Because 40 and 60 equal 100. So we know the price altogether is $65, but he's going to put some back in his pocket. And that's going to be the 40%. So if we look right here and we get from 100, and maybe if we get down to 10%, then we can multiply by 6. So let's do that. Let's divide by 100 and get to 10%. 65 divided by, did I do that again? Not by 100, but divided by 10. I'm sorry. If you divide by 10, then you will get $6.50. So 6% is 10%. Now to get to 60%, we're going to have to go from 10% to 60%, and that means we're going to multiply times 6. So multiply times 6, and we'll get the savings, or the price that he's going to have to pay. So 6.5 times 6, 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 6 times 6 is 36, 37, 38, 39, 39, and our decimal goes one place in. So $39 is what he's going to have to pay. $39 is the payment. So if you were going to try to figure out what he's going to save, he saves 40%. So 65 minus the 39. 15 minus 5 is 6. So he's going to have a $26 in savings. So savings is 40%, and he's going to pay $39, which is not so bad, but that's the 60% that he's going to have to pay. Okay? Okay, so next is I don't think I'm recording anymore. Okay, maybe I'm done. Or maybe not. Okay. Okay. All right. Still trying to work this out. I don't know if I'm recording or not. I'd like to think I am, but I can't find out if I am or not. Is that okay? This is great. I am still recording and I figured it out. We are now going to do the next part about Gwen. So this is 4B. And Gwen, she goes shopping too. She has 3 identical pair of shoes that cost a total of $40.50 after the discount. 3 pairs of shoes. That's pretty good. So what is the regular price of each pair? All right, let's find out the price of just one pair. Can we? $40.50, and we're going to divide by 3 to find out just one pair. So 3 goes into 4 once, and we have 1 left over, and I'm going to bring down that 0. 3 goes into 10. 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 left over, and bring down that 5. 3 times 5 is 15, and we are done, except we have that extra 0, and 3 will not go into 0. So each pair of shoes is $13.50. That is not so bad. That's pretty good. So let's use that to find out what is the regular price. So here I'm going to draw this percent box again, and 0 to 100%. And we know that there was the 40% off discount. So she paid $13.50 for that 60% or 40% off sale. What a deal, right? Okay, so we're going to try to find out what the regular price was. So what we're going to have to do is let's go down to, let's divide everything by 6 so I can get to 10%. Divided by 6, divided by 6. Here we go. So 1350 divided by 6. So let's see if I can do this off to the side. 1350 divided by 6. Well, 6 into 13 goes twice. And we're left with 1, and bring down that 5. 6 into 15 goes twice, which is 12. And we're left with 3. Bring down that 0. And 6 into 30 goes 5. So 10% is $2.25. So now we're going to take that 10% and we want to get to 100% because we're going to try to figure out what the total price is. So 10% times 100%. 10 times 10 is 100. And 225 times 10. Well, anytime I multiply by 10, I want to just move that decimal 1 place to the right. So 2.25 times 10 is 22.50. And notice that I put a 0 at the end because it's money, $22.50. That was the original price of the pair. So the regular price of each pair was $22.50. $22.50 for each pair. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. The rest will be on the next video. So stay tuned for some more mathematical percent boxes. It's fun stuff.